There's like, after you left, like more talk of our business. Like Shannon, she's coming from a place where she feels like, obviously a man should never speak to a woman like that. Hearing that story is something she feels like David would have perhaps done. And so now her mindset is she's concerned for you because she feels like this is something that was a pattern in her life. But then I made it clear that like, perhaps you're right, but perhaps you're not right. And maybe it's an issue of he had small kids, it was a loud party, and he snapped, you know, and he snapped.
I don't appreciate people having opinions on my marriage when they don't know my marriage.
Fair.
I'm pissed. How can I take that comment any other way than derogatory? You don't have any evidence. You're just talking out your mouth, and I think it's offensive.
What I can tell you this, walking away from the dinner, Shannon.
Hey guys, it's Brody and we're here with Gina Kirschenheiter from Real Housewives of Orange County. Gina, Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we want to hear all about what it's like to be a newbie on this season of Real Housewives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's you definitely know that you're new. I'll say that.
The ladies let you know.
Yeah, there's definitely this thing, you know, this newbie vibe. I tried not to really let it bother me. I think initially it was a little bit intimidating coming into these situations, but I just really tried to be myself and say what I would say to anybody that I was meeting, you know, for the first time. And, you know, just bring out my personality, but...
How was the season? Did it get easier for you as you were going along and filming?
Yeah, for sure, because I think that what happened was as I was filming more and more, I really did become very close with a lot of the women in the cast. So it was very nice, and it's real, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, I can't do BS relationships, so... That's
good.
It became much more easy to either be really a friend to somebody or not to be if you're not.
Did the OGs give you any advice before you started?
You know what? Well, Tamra was always, because I knew Tamra from before too, not well, but she was always kind of like, it's kind of like, I think, like in a sorority, how you have the little sister and the big sister. She's kind of like my big, you know? So she would always like kind of give me advice about what are you wearing or what are you doing, and da-da-da-da, you know?
That's helpful.
She was just sweet. And even now, like she knows I'm going to watch What Happens Live. She's like, don't just be yourself and you're going to kill it. And she's trying to get like the hair and makeup people for me. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. So
that's good.
Yeah, so she's been really sweet to me.
But no advice with Vicky or Shannon?
Vicky actually did, like during the season, I remember very vividly, this is a moment we got actually much closer. She was very, very upset because something had happened in social media with her daughter, and the grandbabies were in a picture, and somebody had posted a comment that was almost like out of the way threatening to the family. And she was so upset because that's very upsetting, you know, and she was warning me how you just really have to be very careful, protect your family, protect your babies. Yeah. And it was a nice moment because I felt like she cared about me, you know?
Sure.
So,
mom to mom.
Mom to mom. We definitely have that.
Yeah, but Shannon, we previously spoke. You said she's a bit of a tough egg to crack.
Yes.
Did that prove true for the whole season?
For sure. Yeah, for sure, it did. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And to be honest, after a while, I just didn't really care to crack it. So it is what it is. Yeah.
How has it been watching the show? Is it like surreal? Is it strange to have it play out? Are you ever shocked when you're like, what? She said that? I thought the scene was totally different.
Yeah, I mean, yes, for sure you have those moments where you're like, you have no idea what other people are doing. And also for me, that's when it really got real watching it back. Oh my God, I'm really on this show. This is really happening. You know, I was just like showing up to all these places, but now watching it, it's a very surreal experience. I have to say I'm happy because so far I really feel like although you're only getting kind of like a little, you know, bird's eye view into my life, it's me. So I do feel happy about that so far. However, if anything bad happens or I look like a total a-hole, then that's not me. That's not
editing.
Me. That's editing. It's all editing.
Did you watch the show before you joined?
Absolutely. I mean, who go on a show they never watched before?
Some people are like,
so weird.
You know, some people try that. They're like, well, I didn't really watch, so I didn't know what it was about.
They're full of crap, 100%, or they're dumb, because that is ridiculous.
Did anyone surprise you when you thought you knew who they were from watching the show, and then you joined and you were like, she is totally different?
Kelly Dodd, 100%.
Why? How so?
I was like the most nervous to meet Kelly and try to become friends with Kelly because she's like a nut, you know?
She's a cougar on the loose.
Yeah, she's a cougar on the loose. Yeah, and I don't want to get in her way. But I literally have never had one bad thing with Kelly Dodd. We make each other laugh. Her one-liners.
Yeah.
She really is like a very, very sweet, kind-hearted person. She's just very reactionary.
Yes.
So as long as you don't disrespect her or get in her way, she won't have to knock you out of it, you know? So she really is. I really think that she's a very kind friend. She reaches out to me all the time.
That's good.
She picks up the phone every week to like laugh about the episode.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, this is the raddest thing about Kelly Dodd. Kelly Dodd has the most craziest lifestyle. We could not be more polar opposites.
Okay,
her and I.
give me the lowdown. How are you guys so opposite?
Well, you know,
I have an idea.
I'm
but I
like
wanna
driving a minivan, and she's like on a yacht with Snoop Dogg, right? So this is the juxtaposition of her life. But no matter what, she will be on that yacht with Snoop Dogg, and I will call her, and she will pick up the phone.
I love that.
And that is rad.
That's a friend.
So we're really tight.
Did you meet Andy Cohen before the show started?
No.
So you didn't get any advice from him before you started?
No.
So you're from here. You're from Long Island.
From Long Island.
Do you
yeah.
prefer one over the other? I mean, people always ask when you're from one coast and go to the other. They're like, which one's better? But for you, what do you feel?
For me, I think that raising my children, the lifestyle in California is really is truly a beautiful place to live and raise children.
Mm-hmm.
And the weather is everything, and it's stunning. It's just a beautiful place to live. But it's for me, if I could transplant all of the people from here to there, it would be the perfect storm. I don't think anyone can handle it, so that's why I just
all the people here are like, we're not going there. What are you talking about?
I know.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? I think in New York, because the weather sucks so bad, you have to have something. So it's like we all just became like entertaining to entertain each other because we're stuck in the house. You know?
We'll have to figure something out.
In California, you don't have to really be that entertaining. You're just laying on the beach all the time. So I just think it's a different thing.
Well, the OC is full of people who like don't know how to entertain
because
it's just
they're
so
just
beautiful.
laying out, looking beautiful, and they do it very well.
Yeah,
what
they do look beautiful.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm not mad about it, but.
We saw Tamara posted about Eddie having another surgery recently. Have you seen them since that?
I was just at her birthday party.
Okay.
So she had over like a nice group of. Kelly was there. Vicky didn't go, but or Shannon. But so it was me and Kelly.
Party.
But anyway, foot in mouth. But sorry. But yeah, so I was just with her. She actually got really upset at the end of the night. She's sad. She's sad. She's like, that's real. You know what I mean? And I really think, honestly, even I thought at the beginning, oh, well, he's got this little thing, but at least you got something to talk about on the show. You know? But it's like, then time goes on, and it's like, it's real.
It's real.
He's upset about it. She's really upset about it. They really are a really good couple. Yeah. And so it's sad to see them.
And scary when it's so unknown.
Scary. Yeah. And it's not, you know, it's not getting better. It's not nothing's fixing it. So I think not knowing the answers is really tripping them out. But hopefully this time it will stick, you know?
Well, moving on to family life. You have 3 little kids under 5. Do they see any of the show? Do they understand what's going on?
Well, Nicholas, my oldest, he thinks he's a celebrity. So but he thought he was a celebrity before the show.
Okay, so he didn't.
Yeah. So he's just that kid. He loves it. He likes to entertain. He likes to be the center of attention. But you know, I let them watch themselves a little bit, but not. I don't want them to see. I'm not going to let them watch tonight's episode. You know, but they know, you know, a roundabout way. They think it's cute, but we don't try to let them watch too much of it.
Yeah. And you and your husband announced your split.
Yes.
Was this a long time coming, or did doing the show sort of speed that up? Can you explain that a little bit?
I can try to.
Okay.
It's very complicated, but I can try
it.
to. I think that what happened was, first of all, like I said, I never really thought I was actually going to get on this show. So I just really feel like it's one of those situations where whatever happens at home is happening at home. And I do think that it wasn't the show. I think that moving to California had a very big impact on our relationship because when we were on Long Island, it was a community of people surrounding us, and it was about us, obviously, but everybody else too. And then you move here, and you're forced to only evaluate yourselves because you only have each other. And then he had a new opportunity that took him away, and my kids were getting a little bit older, and I realized you know, I'm okay on my own.
Yeah.
And that's weird, and I probably shouldn't feel like that. And then you start to have conversations surrounding that, and you know, when you both realize that you love each other, but you're not in love.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously, everybody knows what the end of our relationship looks like. It became like,
of course,
bad. So
right.
I don't want my kids to, you know, be raised in that, and I just want to be happy. I want him to be happy too. So
sure. And well, you had no idea that the job would take him away from the house, or did you have?
No, he was in Newport.
Okay.
And I think that had I known that this was going to happen, I actually wouldn't have done the show, because I mean, nobody really wants to get divorced while they're on a reality show.
Yeah, it's going to just play out on camera. People can talk about my marriage, and then I'll have to talk about it. Yeah,
it's hard to watch. Like tonight's episode is heavy for me, you know. And I watched it, and then it's like you lived it, and it was very upsetting then, and then you watch it, and it's upsetting again, and you know, it's hard. It's not like it's not sad. It's just that it's the right decision for us.
Sure. Has he been watching the show?
He drops his dribs and drabs, and like I don't put pressure on him. I don't ask him about it, but he'll every once in a while he'll text me and he'll be like, "By the way, you were totally right. You know, you never said that, and I know you never said that. Like, you know, so I know he's like kind of watching it, and I know he's rooting for me.
That's good. It's nice that you have him in your corner.
Bud, yeah. I really think this isn't like a lighting your crap on fire type of breakup situation. You know,
that's good.
And I think that what I believe is if you could be happy for people who are in happy marriages and sad for people who are in sad marriages, and you could be happy for people who have happy divorces and sad for people who have sad divorces.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be all sad.
Yeah. Well, you had said you want your kids to be raised in a happy, healthy environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you guys figure out custody-wise what that will look like? Is it going to be? You said you wanted sole. Is it going to be?
See, this is the thing.
Please lay it down for us.
Okay. I have no idea where people pull this stuff from. I swear to God, it was the type of situation where Matt and I, literally, I'm like, okay, Matt, I'm going to go to the lawyer's office. And at first, I just retained the lawyer because of all this crazy stuff going on in my life. So I'm like, we can't just do mediation because we don't understand this stuff, you know? So my lawyer is wonderful, but she's like, okay, you know, sign this. And we do the same thing. And then I'm like, Matt, we're at home together. I'm like, Matt, they're going to come and they're going to serve you today. And like the doorbell rings. I'm like, Matt, go get the door. And then, like, you know what I mean? We had like our matching little divorce papers on each like side of the nightstand. It was weird,
cute.
You know?
Sounds kind of cute, actually.
It was very weird for a while, but then, you know, so I think what happens is there's all these legal jargon, and people just pull one sentence out, and they're like, oh, Gina's so... We're just like doing the same thing we've always been doing, but we're just signing the paperwork, you know what I mean? I don't know what technically people are pulling from where, but the bottom line is Matt lives in LA during the week, so that's where he is, and whenever he can come home, that he comes home.
So he'll continue to come back to the place where you're. Well, you guys are. You put your house up for sale.
We did, but I think we're actually going to take it off because we do. I just wanted to. I just didn't want to be a homeowner because it's a big responsibility, and I was like, oh my God, now I don't even have Matt. Like I need to learn how to like budget my stuff.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility.
Yes, and he of course is always going to take care of us, but. I have 3 little kids. My dishwasher broke like a week and a half ago, and I haven't even had time to call the guy to come to look to fix it. You know,
one of your little kids can't fix that.
Right? They probably broke it. They probably the reason it's broken. They like jumping on it and stuff. So it's just hard, you know. And I just wanted to reset, but now it's like it's tough. It's like a dead time in real estate. So. We're just going to take it down, I think, and keep doing what we're doing.
So that, I was worried because I thought you're putting the house up for sale and you're talking about your love of the East Coast. It's not like you're going to take the kids and move back here or anything.
I would never, ever, ever move my kids away from their father, ever. I don't care where he goes or I go. We have ended our institution of marriage, but we will always be a family.
That's great, and it's you know, to be able to say that and to be so productive and healthy about that is awesome.
Because that's you know most important. He's like will always be the most important man in my life. So
seriously, I love that. That's
he's the father of my children.
Yes, but not everyone can say that rationally.
Well, he's still like a pain in the ass, though. You know what I mean? Like, but he is the most important pain in the ass. You know, and that's it.
Well, you know, we don't see him on the show ever.
I know.
And you had posted a picture of him. I think it was like one of your kids' first day of school.
He's so hot, man.
He's
gorgeous.
He's gorgeous, and everyone was like, "Oh, your husband's so attractive." And then I was also like, "Wow, your husband's hot." I commented on the page, and then I was like, "Oh wait, shoot, they split." And then you deleted the picture, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
I know, but people look so much into it. But I'm like, I only deleted it because people were like, "Oh my God, you posted the the school emblem.
Oh God, I got it.
In the back, and I had a panic attack. I was like, oh my God, somebody's gonna steal my kid from the school. And I had a panic attack, and I was like, let me take it down. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna put that picture back up. And then I just, it's just one of those things you get
You're like,
to.
the first day already happened.
I know,
we're moving
I was
past
like, now
it.
we're taking pictures of like, oh, everybody has like first day of kindergarten. And I'm like, day 17 of kindergarten, I'm a crappy mom, like, so I was like, all right, that boat has sailed, so.
Yeah. No, well, I was like, well, maybe she was annoyed because how annoying could it be if everyone's like, wow, your ex-husband's so hot.
No, because you know what? He's a very attractive man, and what am I? I'm not mad about that. I had the genetic gene pool. My kids are stunning. It's a good thing, you know.
It is a good thing.
And I just feel like maybe, obviously looks are important, but he's a good person too, and I want him to attract in 3 to 5 years, possibly.
Okay.
Not right now, but attract somebody good for him, So they're gonna take care of my kids. It's easy to say that, but that is what I want,
Yeah, watch what you're saying, because you saw what happened with Kelly Dodd. When she she was like, oh, I want him to find Michael.
I know.
And then all of a sudden cut to...
Well, right, but I want him to find somebody, but not like one of my friends, or not one of my friends' friends. Come on, it's a big world out there.
Yeah, there are plenty of fish in the OCC.
Let's not...
Date some girl in like Santa Barbara or something.
Go up.
Yeah.
don't come in on my Orange County.
Don't go anywhere around here. No Dana Point.
Exactly, no Dana Point.
No Laguna Beach, none of that. No. But OC of the series, there are the most divorces from the OC Housewives.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Does it have anything to do with Orange County, the heat?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like there's a lot of, like, the women in New York, aren't they all divorced too?
Yeah.
I think it's because we're two states that are, honestly, and we're more liberal, and I think people just feel like if you're not happy, then don't stay unhappy.
Sure. No, you've got options.
Yeah.
Have Kelly, Tamara, Shannon, or Vicky given you any advice about how to handle divorce in the public eye or on this show?
You know what? I think that...
Any good advice? The way you sighed. They might have given you advice.
They definitely gave me some
Was
advice.
it sabotage?
They've given me a mouthful once or twice, for sure. The women definitely like to, I think that because they've had their own personal experiences, that they know how it's going to go for me. And I respect the fact that they've gone through the journeys they've gone through. I'm not judging it. I feel bad for them if they haven't had a good experience, but that I'm just trying to navigate it and do it my way.
Sure.
So, and Kelly Dodd actually has given me good advice so far, because you know what, she's like the only one who has asked me, like, Tamara too, and Emily. They've all been divorced, so it's, yeah. But I feel now that more. So Kelly, Tamara, Emily, and Vicky all understand where I'm coming from, and they're just being more supportive.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Have Kelly and Vicky worked out their differences over there, or no? It's still, the war is still being waged.
I think they're okay. I think it's just one of those things that they're just gonna have to like get over and keep it moving, But
okay, who were you supportive of in that situation?
I think Kelly was I think she was right, And I think that sometimes Kelly has a hard. It's tough because the way she chooses to address situations makes it more difficult for people to want to see her point of view and apologize.
It's her delivery.
It's her delivery. Yeah. She's a pit bull,
That screaming and crying, and that Vicky was not having that.
No, yes.
Vicky, at one point, Tamara said that Vicky hated you and you were on her shit list at one point. Was that? That's not still the case.
No,
though. That was just temporary. Okay.
No, I think, and I did understand. Watching it back too. I definitely had a big opinion.
Yeah.
So I get that I wasn't there for any of it, and I get that Vicky, I'm new on this show, and I'm meeting her for the first time. Mm-hmm. So that was a strong first impression.
You're standing up to the OG, the OC, and she's not here for that.
Yeah, and I kind of get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't look at people like that. I just look at you as the person. I just consider her as a chick at dinner, and I didn't feel like I should have to bow down or kiss the ring,
Right, so, which is not quite the philosophy.
She didn't love it.
Not quite her ethos of how she ran.
But at least with Vicky, she was like kind of a tough egg for me too, but she's cracked because once she realized I'm not a bad person. I'm really not coming on here to slam anybody or like fight or,
No.
you know, we were okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not until I have to.
Not to the reunion.
Exactly.
So are you dating yet, or no? That's not even on
No.
the. You know, how would you have time?
No, and like I'll meet you. I'll meet you there. I'll pick you up in my minivan.
Yeah,
like,
do you want to have the kids come along?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
okay.
You want to be their daddy, their new daddy. You know, it's like terrible. I'm just not really a dateable right now.
Are you living vicariously through Kelly, who's dating?
Oh my God, I love it.
I mean, so
Everybody.
many people. Everybody.
Everybody.
She's like, oh, I don't date in the OC. Yes, you do. But you date in the OC. You date in New York. You date in San
dates
Francisco. You date in LA.
She got hoes in all area codes. Every area code.
Good for Kelly Dodd, though.
No, it's amazing.
And Shannon is now dating someone too.
You know what? I don't know. Oh yeah, no, actually, because we bumped into each other and she was with that guy.
Yeah.
Where I don't even know his name, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess she's dating him. She had a boyfriend though. I guess apparently the whole time, like the time when they set her up with the matchmatcher or whatever. She had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
I guess at that time too.
She also does well for herself.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Vicky and Steve will get engaged soon?
I like Steve. I think he's a really nice guy.
Are there people who don't like Steve the way you said it?
No, I mean, I think he's, no. I mean, I
You're
don't
like,
know if Kelly's
I
his
like
biggest
Steve.
fan,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's
Oh, yeah,
honest.
Kelly might have
I
an
don't
issue
think Kelly's
there.
his biggest fan. I
No.
don't think Steve's Kelly's biggest fan either, so
Probably
it's okay.
not, yeah.
But I just wish that Vicky would stop wanting the ring because they're in such a nice relationship.
Yeah.
He's good for her, and he's a nice man. Just leave it be. So I wish she would just let it be what it is.
That's not Vicky Gunvalson,
It's
though.
not, and
No.
so I think she'll probably eventually beat that ring out of him.
Yeah, she
A
probably
piñata eventually.
Go
right?
Vicky, go Vicky.
Yeah.
Have you and Emily been able to find a lot of common ground as newcomers?
We have. Emily and I are really we're really tight. We talk every day.
But you've also had some issues.
Well, yeah, she's acting crazy.
Yeah, I mean, her husband really gave it to you when you were at the house.
Yeah.
How are you and he doing? Do you guys have more of a relationship?
We do, and it's funny because Shane is just who he is, and I am Emily's friend, so
Yeah.
I can work around that.
Okay,
As
that's
long as
good.
you're not.
You probably dealt with that before with other friends. You're
I
like,
mean, yeah, you're never gonna love everybody, but I don't have to love him. Emily's my friend. As long as he's not disrespecting me or yelling at me or kicking me out of his house, if he's just who he is, I can work around that.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
And there was also, you guys had that conversation. There was a bad game of telephone too. It was after the conversation at Tanner's after she had left.
Yeah.
Did that all got cleaned up after?
Yeah,
too? It was
I really feel like at what happened, I think Emily was just really, really frustrated at everything that was going on with the women and talking about her marriage. And I think at the end of the day, the bottom line is nobody should have even have been talking about her marriage. And I was the only one who didn't say anything about her marriage, and I'm the one who got yelled at.
Yeah, but it's also sort of fair game. I mean, everyone's on there to talk about relationships.
Yeah.
And she said, my husband's here, yours isn't. I was like, wait, what did you just say?
I know.
Weren't you kind of like,
No, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
We're like, oh, this is
I
not
just
about
take a
me,
moment
my
of
friend.
silence.
This is about you.
Yes, I was pissed. It was
Yeah.
hurtful because I felt like I was doing everything I could
Yeah.
to be in her corner, but she was getting almost mind effed by everything else that was going on, and she just went rogue on me. You know? And I'm
you were
like, what happened here? I'm trying to be your friend.
I thought we were cool, but that's not cool.
Yeah, that's not cool. So, but she knows that, and it's literally since that moment we've been
Good.
so solid.
Everything
yeah.
got sort of heated at the golf lunch.
It came to a head at the golf lunch for
Do
sure.
we see how that gets resolved tonight?
Yeah. Well, you'll see where it goes from tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
so no
But,
real
yeah.
resolution.
I mean,
we'll see what it devolves into.
It evolves into. It always does, right? It evolves into
Yeah.
more. This is a good episode. I have to tell you, there was a
good.
lot. Sometimes when I watch it, I'm like,
Yeah.
this part's boring. This part's boring. There's literally.
Are you talking about Shannon's
every-
parts? Is that the part that you're about?
I didn't say anything.
Just checking.
No,
I
but
wasn't
this
sure if I missed
thing-
something.
You said that.
No, I never
didn't.
said that. No, Shannon, it wasn't me.
You would have got me in trouble here.
Trying to.
I'm
little
already
bit.
in the crap already. But yeah, no, I think that tonight's episode, I'm watching everything. There's a lot, you
Okay.
know, and it's a heavy episode, and even to the end. And I'm thinking, because you see the previews and you see the confrontation between Kelly and Emily, and I thought the whole time like that was going to be the big thing, but there's like a lot of things going on in this episode. So it's definitely is a good one.
It's nice. I know you've said you're opinionated, but it's an opinionated group. So one person has one, and then guess what? Everyone else has an opinion too.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to be okay with that. You know? Yeah. But it's a tough group. And we all handle situations differently.
Sure.
We're all very different people. So.
And different way of responding to things as well.
Yeah.
Which can make things messy.
Yeah, and very interesting.
And great for viewers.
Totally entertaining. Yes, like I totally get it. Like it's a really well-designed show.
Would you come back for another season if asked?
I would, yeah. I would.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I had so much fun. I was who I am. This has been, like, I didn't even know how this was gonna change my life or impact it, and it's been really fun. The reason why I think I would do it again is because I feel like people have had a positive response to me, and
now you want a negative response. Give them a chance.
And I just want to be like, exactly. I just want to be like, how can I ruin this?
You thought it was nice and cute and fun.
I want to crash and burn. Yeah.
Ready for the
Throw me back in there. But it's been fun so far.
Good.
So good. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being so candid. The Real Housewives of Orange County is on Bravo Monday nights at 9 p.m. Check it out if you haven't. And thank you again.
Thank you. This was fun.
Bye-bye.